Hey, it's Renee with Cancercize with Renee B, and welcome back. This is season 3. I call it season 3 because this is the third time I'm starting over from all of my mastectomy, oophorectomy, chemotherapy, reconstruction. So I had my exchange surgery just a little over 2 weeks ago. Everything's going okay. I am allowed to start moving more, and I'm allowed to start lifting as tolerated, so we're going to start working out. But we're going to start slow and steady. So today I'm having a chair for balance, and I have some light weights because we are going to do a little bit of lifting because I'm allowed to do a little, like I said, as tolerated. So all in all, let's just give it a go and get started. So let's just get a little bit of, not allowed to bounce, so we're just going to do a little bit of warming up here. Little arm stretch here. Modifications. Started my physical therapy this week too, you know, the wall walking thing. But this time around, the exchange surgery didn't affect my armpits and stuff as much. So it was easier for me to start moving and reaching and stuff like that this time around. Outside of my left arm, I got a little bit of lymphedema kicking in. I'm going to put my sleeve on today. It's all good. It happens. It's part of life, part of my new life. Switch these around the other way. Again, slow and steady. Just trying to get a little bit of warming of our muscles here. This, with my knees, that hurts a little. I've got bruises all along here and from where they did the fat grafting. I do, however, have, look, I have indentations right here. See, you can see my ribcage. That's where they sucked all the fat out, I think. So my goal is to try and not let that grow back. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, I have this week off because I'm still in recovery. I just started driving for the first time yesterday. It went okay. I'm going to call today to get my release paperwork started. It takes a couple of days to get that to process. And so, Lord willing, everything's going okay, and I will be back to work on Monday, hopefully full-time. We'll see. My doctor, yesterday I saw my primary care physician for the first time in the year, and she explained to me that for however many hours you are in surgery is about how many months it takes to get the anesthesia to wear off. So basically, that explains a lot for me of why outside of the chemo and chemo brain going on, and menopause brain, but you're still under all that anesthesia. So like my first surgery was 7.5 hours long, so that's 7 months. And then I had that oophorectomy, and that was like a 4-hour surgery. And then I just had this other one, and this exchange surgery was about 4.5, 5 hours. So I won't have that crap out of my system probably until next year sometime. So it explains a lot of why I still get tired and fatigued. So it gave me a little bit of ease and comfort. The other thing, my primary care, so this is what I love about my primary care physician, is she is a breast cancer survivor herself, right? She's about, I'm going to say probably 9 years out, 8 years out. And she is a physician, and she worked through chemo as well, and was telling me about how angry she would get because people would come in with colds and sore throats, and was on chemo and couldn't be exposed to that. But she's like, it was not, and then she had a lot of complications. She says for being a physician just guarantees that everything that can go wrong is going to go wrong. Like her port caused her vein to collapse in her neck. She had to have radiation, and she still has this huge radiation scar. She had to have things reopened and redone again, and her kidneys, and chemo, she got all the side effects of chemo, the neuropathy, just everything. Everything that they say can go wrong with chemo happened to her. So I really trust and value her life experience. As a survivor, but also as a physician, and so she's very much into trying to do more natural things. She'd rather see me do supplements and things like that versus and nutrition versus trying to be on prescription meds. So she's going to help me find an acupuncturist to help me with my hot flashes. And she flat out told me, you know what, you have to, because I started my new drug today, my one that blocks all my hormone production. She flat out told me it was going to make my hot flashes worse, which almost brought me to tears because they're not great right now. And it made my husband upset because he told me, he goes, I really haven't been able to sleep in our bedroom for nearly a year. Because he didn't sleep in the bed with me after my surgery because he was worried about, grab your weights, sorry. I'm chatting and giving you a history at the same time. So we're just going to start with some slow arm lifts, okay? So, you know, it upsets him because now he didn't sleep in the bed with me after the surgery because of, he didn't know what kind of space I needed, tossing and turning. He didn't want to accidentally roll over me, and he slept a couple of times in there. And it was all right. It was starting to become normal, but then I went through chemo. Well, the chemo put me into menopause. Menopause means I went into hot flashes. I can't sleep in my room without the ceiling fan on. And in the summertime, I had to have 2 fans on. The second fan was super loud because I was getting horrible night sweats. Okay, make sure you're not over gripping your weights. Palms are facing each other, and you're just coming up halfway. We're just working those biceps. Abs are tucked in, and you're breathing. Knees slightly bent. So, yeah, you know, that kind of hurt my heart a little bit that he is struggling with that, not being able to sleep in the bedroom. And that makes sense, but that's because it's too cold. I keep it too cold. And that's because I'm freezing, and then I'm sweating and swimming in my own sweat. So, I don't know what to do because she also told me, she said, you have to weigh the pros and cons and the benefits and side effects. Yes, the med you're on is going to block the hormones and your cancer's hormone fed. She goes, but if you're losing quality of life and intimacy with your husband, which is a truth, okay? Let's do a little bit of rotator cuff here. Abs are still in and you're breathing, knees are still bent. It's not a wide stretch, guys. You're keeping your elbows tucked in, okay? You know, if that intimacy part of it, I mean, she goes, don't ever let that come between you and your spouse. Because having that time with your spouse is more important sometimes. And the percentage of using some type of hormone, now she was speaking like a vaginal hormone, sometimes like an E ring or which is just an estrogen ring that you put in, insert in, leave in, or something like that vaginally, it's like 0.004% increase in hormones, right? So that really lowers it down. Okay, so we're going to do, we're going to do triceps. So if you need the chair to balance, we're going to kick back like this. Because I'm not really doing a whole lot of overhead stuff right now, okay, with the weights until I'm confident in my range of motion. So, slow and steady, right guys? Abs are in, right? You're not moving that elbow so you can work that tricep. So anyway, these are things I need to consider. So anyway, it's really cool. There's this event going on November 16th down at the university that it's the university, and it's in a different city, but this is like an access building or whatever for us. And it's called Healing Spokane. And they are talking about, the subject will be menopause, and about different things, acupressure, acupuncture, bioidentical hormones, things like this, right? So, I mean, she's giving me great advice, and basically is equipping me to be bolder and more informed when I go and speak to my oncologist, because my oncologist is very much no hormone replacement. But if you're feeling miserable and your sex life sucks with your spouse that you've been with for 30 years, you know, you have to take that into consideration, and you have to confront that and talk about it and find something to work it out. So anyway, it was very encouraging. she did tell me, and my oncologist kind of went over this, but it wasn't as blatant. And she's knowing from experience, but she said the med that I'm on will cause me more hot flashes. No ifs, ands, or buts. My oncologist kind of said, well, it could make your hot flashes worse, but we don't really know. She's like, no, it will. She also said, it's going to make my bones ache, and I'm going to feel arthritic. She goes, because I move on a regular basis, which you guys know, we try to do at least 10 minutes a day. She said, because I move, that'll help, but it's going to reach a point where I can't get out of bed. And that's encouraging, right? Okay, we're going to do side bends, working these obliques a little. And you just slowly reach. There you go, knees slightly bent, abs are tucked in. This is tucked in as my abs get at this point. So, yeah, and she said, you know, she goes, the longest that she was able to stay on it was for 3 years. I've been told that I will have to stay on it for at least 5, possibly 10. But she said the drug can make you feel so yucky, her words, that you may not make it that long. And she goes, but try to go at least 3 years. She goes, you might be able to go 5 because you're in way better shape than I was when I had to go through my cancer. And just nice. So keep stretching that. Keep stretching, sliding it down by your knee, feeling that oblique there. Yeah. All right, we're going to do some standing crunches, and then we're going to do some squats, and then we're going to call it quits as long as I stop talking, right? So, anyway, that was really good. Good conversation with her. And she said that there's times that she would take herself off for a month. Everything resets back to normal. And then she would start up again, and she'd be able to go about a year before she would have to stop. Now, my girlfriend told me she did the same thing. The doctor did it with her oncologist permission. I don't know if my girlfriend did or not. But she said you just sometimes have to go off of it because it makes you feel so bad. So, all right. Weights down. And we're going to do some knee lifts like this that work as a slight crunch. I'm still really sore down there, so can't really do sit-ups quite yet, but these work as a sit-up if you're concentrating on this crunch and you're folding right here and you're tucking right here. So you're working your upper and lower part of your abdomen now. Okay, slow and steady. Breathing, abs tucked in. Renee talks too much. I've missed you guys. I haven't been on here for a while outside of just giving you recovery updates, so I'm looking forward to getting back to my new normal. So, anyway, so I started that medication today. We'll see how it goes. I mentioned that my husband's disappointed that things are not back to normal. I mentioned that cancer affects your sex life, and yes, it does. And so does growing old and menopause and everything like that. So it's just a bad timing, bad combination, but it's okay. I have a spa day planned for tomorrow. Yay! I go back to work on Monday. Doing fun stuff this week as tolerated. So I have something planned every day, but it's a lot of my days still planned around sitting on the couch and watching TV. But I have little things planned. Okay, let's do some squats. All the weights in your heels. You should be able to lift up your toes, your knees. Don't go past your toes, okay? I gotta move up a little bit. If I need that chair or not, I don't know. So, anyway, I went to my doctor, so I told you that. Wanted to do blood draws. Love my doctor. I like her nurse a lot. I really do. She's a good person. But if she's had a bad day, she can't draw my blood because I have rolling veins. So she poked me 3 different times and couldn't get any blood. I'm now in tears. Of course, I'm crying is making her cry. She poked me so hard because she was wiggling the needle around trying to find my vein. And I screamed, and it made the needle pop out on the 3rd time. So I get to go back today to try to have blood draws. So I thought today would be a good day to start working out again. Work off some of that anxiety, right? I will do this, and I will do my melt method, and shower, and go get blood draws. And then I got to call and see if I can get my release faxed over to my HR department. call the other nurse. And I went past my 15 minutes. That's all right. Keep squatting, keep squatting. And yeah. Life is good. All right, let's do a little bit of one-legged squats. Those are really good for your butt. We'll use the chair for balance. Again, weight is in your heel, toes up. Don't let that knee go past your toe. It's just a very slight squat. You should be able to feel this right back in your glute and along the back of your thigh, okay? Two more. Not that I'm really counting, but we're counting right now. All right, switch it out. This is it. This is our last one. Get that form. Abs are in, straight up and down. Okay, there we go. Shake it out, shake it out. Let's stretch it out. Deep breath. Okay, stretch those arms out a little bit. Reach behind, stretch it out. And forward. Okay, and knees. And switch this out a little bit. Pull this knee up. A little bit of toe touch. Stretching out those back of the glutes. And thighs. Whew. All right. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Season 3. Thanks for listening to me, and I love you. So just remember, talk to your doctor, listen to your body. It's crucial you listen to your body. Make sure you are hydrating with lots of water, and most importantly, remember that you are stronger. Love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.